EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. First and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Akers. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Looking to throw. Bennett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. 11. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here we go. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
11 mighty. 12.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here we go.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. 45 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get them.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
Darian Kendrick brings him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
Here we go.
But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
11-90.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, L.A. A great play there. One play, 75 yards. And the Rams take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Hey, that right there, that's how you flip the script. The field goal would have made this a 2-score game. Instead, the extra point now would tie us up.
And you know what you have to guard against? Pointing fingers at each other now. Instead of being in control in this game, now you've got a battle on your hands. It's almost like having to start over.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case,
and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. And just a yard to go here on second down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again on second down. Stafford, pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Stafford looking underneath. He's got Akers. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. McPherson on for the point after. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
The score, Bengals 14, Rams 13.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Go. Stop!
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Evans running behind center.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out. Then they punted the... And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
Hey, 22!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Stay 50, stay 50. Double right.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. It's a run with Akers. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go, here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On second and 15 now. Burrow, he finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
Zebra.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that one complete to Hodgins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
Ready. 32. Middle.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Play action. Stafford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
40 got. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's taken down inside the 30. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. We kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Bengals drive about to get going. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
I'm one, right?
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
11-90.
Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 14. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw, Burrow. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Going for the deep ball. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Stafford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.